Is about using your calendar and doing invites and seeing people's schedules so you know when to do invites and if the other person's available. And then also sharing your calendar out or putting somebody else's shared calendar on yours if you want to do that. Anything that you could do previously in Microsoft Outlook, which is technically called your Exchange calendar, you can do within the Apple Calendar as well. Apple bought the rights to use the Exchange system, and so all of that technology has been integrated in. So let's talk first about shared calendars. To do that, right here on the left-hand column where it says My Path, this is my Exchange calendar, or as a lot of people call it, their Outlook calendar. So I come in here and I do a two-finger tap, or if you have a mouse connected, a right mouse click. So essentially we're doing two-finger tap is the same as a right mouse click, and I have this little flyout called Get Info. Incidentally enough, for those of you who want to customize things, this is also where you can change the colors of your various calendars that you have involved here. So when I have Get Info, this comes up, and you don't necessarily need to do anything here, but really what you're looking for is the Account Info button. And when you go under Account Info, I have lots of accounts, by the way, lots of different email accounts and calendar accounts for what I do. But if you go to, make sure you're on the one for Exchange. This is my MyPath Exchange one. And now I can do what's called delegation. And that's really about, who should have access to my calendars and who is shared with me too. And that's where you add this. When I want to grant somebody access to my calendar, I come here and click this edit button right here. I then add, and you should start typing in the person's name. Let's say I want to make this Lynn Lindahl, who's my supervisor. I start typing in her last name. Give it a little while, depending on the speed of your internet connection. This could take a little while to search the directory and find her. There's Lynn. Oh, and I just missed it. So I click her name, and now you have the ability to grant different types of access. So to the calendar itself, I can do read only, which is just view only. They can just see it. Or I can give her read and create. That is the same as giving her full and complete access. She can modify my calendar in any way. Or read and write. She can see my calendar, and then she could also add just individual items to it, but she can't create new sub-calendars out of it. Or, of course, no access you can change to as well. Same thing with your tasks. If you are using your calendar, it does have a built-in task or reminders feature on it. You can grant the same type of access where if I did a read and write to Lynn, she could add to-do tasks onto my calendar directly. So that is completely up to you how you want to do this. Right now, these settings will allow her to view both. Click Done, and she would now get an invite letting her know that she has access to that calendar. So now let's take a look at creating a calendar event and using invites, which is what I'm assuming a lot of you are really going to want to do, and something I typically have to do myself on a daily basis. So I'm going to go out here to January 22nd, where I don't have a lot of items on the calendar, and I'm going to double click to create a new event. Let's call this Practice Invite Event. Make sure you set the appropriate calendar. This is my home personal calendar right now. I have my MyPath Schools calendar, or if I go down here, here is my Exchange Outlook calendar down here on the bottom. And that's the one I'm going to use. And I want this event to happen maybe from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I can set an alert right here to alert me. And you can do, actually, you can add and do multiple alerts if you want. If this is a repetitious event, happens every week, you can certainly set that right here. But then you have this item called invitees or add invitees. And so here's where I can add people. So I'm going to add Lynn Lindahl, and I'm going to use her address right there. And maybe Kevin Silke as well, I want to be part of this. So I have both people are going to get invites, but now I can do check availability. And even if they haven't shared their calendar out, as long as they have not completely shut their calendar down, you can see that moment in time and see if they're available. So I click check availability. Here is their calendar for that day. As you can see, these gray areas are where they have events. So Lynn is free at 1 o'clock, so is Kevin, and so this orange window is showing me this is a good time. And I am able to create this, and I know it's not going to overlap any of their other events. So this looks good. I see all of our schedules together. You could have a ton of people listed here, and you would see everybody's calendar for that day, knowing if that's a good time. So I hit done, and if I hit send right now, that will send the invite to them and allow them then to confirm back to me, and I will get a confirmation response as well that they have approved that calendar invite. Hope that helps you out.